Hello and welcome to Shivtr account. Alright, so started using 3D Game Lab. Kind of know what you're doing, and you're on the quest to set up your Shivtr account. Here's how you're going to do that. I think the easiest way to get to any of my webs is go to educatoral.com. So right here, it's spelled educator, T-O-R, and then al, A-L.com. Once you see Mr. Gonzalez's webs, you're there. And remember, just type it in up here. You don't have to search for it, because if you search for educatoral.com, it's just going to take you to educatoral.com. And if you search for Mr. Gonzalez, there's so many of us, you may go to the wrong guy. So yeah, let's just type it up there. Here, where it says Class Social Network, click on that. It takes you to the Shivtr account. When it says World of Science Craft, Mr. Gzarn 410 Science, you know you're in the right place. Okay, so what you need to do is apply. So you go up here to the corner and you go to apply. Now, when you apply, the only way I'm going to accept your application is if I know it's you, that you're one of my students. So when you make your username, stick to the easiest way for me. I have 135 students. Use your first name, last initial. So let's pretend I'm Al G, last initial B. All right. And my email. You know, we're going through this whole thing with email. If you can use your parents' email, awesome. If you have your own email, awesome. But if you don't have an email account, you're like, what do I do? Let's keep it simple. Put in your first name, last initial, just like you did. Put the @ sign and type in mailcatch.com. Now this is important. That's a usable email account, but it's disposable. That means you don't have to use it, you don't have to check it, but if you ever need it, it's there. Let's say you get an email. You forgot your password and I emailed it to that email. You go check it, it's there. You go to mailcatch.com, you type in your first name, last initial, boom, you got your email. Then you forget about it. It's disposable. It's going to go away after a while. Then the next thing is pick a password. Now please pick one that A, you're not going to share with people, and B, you hopefully won't forget. But we can deal with forgetting later. So I'm going to pick a password. And I'm going to create and continue. And it says here you may apply to join this site. Please fill out as much information as possible. You will be notified by email if you are accepted. So it's nice to have that disposable email account to check. So let's see what happens when you're approved, because now you got to wait. You can't submit this quest until you've been approved. So go ahead and wait. It might take me till the next day to do it. Okay, so now we're at day 2. You submitted your application. Come back the next day, or maybe you're at home later that day and you're like, ooh, let me see if I can log in. You might want to check that email, that fake email. Here, let me show you how to do that. So you go to mailcatch.com and it's disposable email, and it's like check your inbox. So all you do is type in the name you used. ZB, and then go, and look, I've got a reply from Shivtr. So here's the email that said my application was submitted, and here's an email that says, oh, your application was accepted. Oh, don't worry, I'm going to accept your application because you want to be on Shivtr. So that's it. Once I check this email and I've got my acceptance letter, I'm done. I don't need to ever check that email again unless I have to do forgot password type thing. So I'm going to use that email to log in, and the password I created. Boom. And now I'm in. Now the main thing we're going to use Shivtr for is the forums. Never remember. Please, when you're on one of the school classroom computers or iPads, don't tell it to remember your password, because kids use it in every class. And you don't want them knowing your password. So I'm going to go to period 2 because I have a few test accounts there. Now, this discussion forum is to discuss science. So I'm going to set up the discussion questions, and your job is to go to your period or class and click on the question. When you're doing a quest, it'll say respond to this question. So you go there, and oh look, somebody's already responded to this one. So I read what they wrote, and then I add my reply. Now, if I really like what somebody said and I want to respond to it, you can click on quote. And what it does is it puts a quote around what they said, and then you write your 2 cents worth and post it. Now let's be appropriate here, because I don't want to have to go back and delete a post, and I don't want to have to go back and tell you to delete your post, but you can edit your post right there, edit post, and you can delete your post. But I'm going to trust everyone that we're going to be appropriate. We're going to use this discussion forum to learn and discuss science, and that's what it's all about. If you want to discuss other things than science and what we're learning, do that at home on Facebook. That's what that's for. In class, we're going to do science stuff, especially with the stuff we're learning. Now, if you just want to add a reply and you don't want to quote somebody, it's very simple. You click on Add a Reply, and you go here and add your reply. You can preview it before you post. And notice there are tools up there. I didn't show you that. If you want to add a picture, you just need a link to add a picture. You can add links to other websites you're reading and other things. That's really cool. And other things here, a smiley face, change colors, but not much. You know, it doesn't let you change the font or the font size, but you can do bold or strike through or underline or italics. Very minimal. But really it's just to get your point across and to share your thoughts. That's your goal here. And if you decided, ooh, I don't want to do that, cancel it. And again, you can see what everybody else is writing. So we can follow each other's thinking here. We do have a media section where you can upload images or videos that you find on YouTube that have to do with what we're learning. Again, not just sharing anything, it has to do with what we're learning. That's what Mr. G's RM410 science is about. So yeah, that's it. Now you can submit this quest. Now if I ever ask you to share a link to show that you did it, let's say right here, forum threads, you just go here and you copy. You can do edit copy, or depending on what computer you're on, it's got different ways of copying. Paste that before you hit submit to complete the quest, and that gives me proof that you responded to the forum. Thank you.